And we are live. Good morning, everybody. How we doing today? Bless. I was gonna say blessed for Saturday, dude. It's not even Saturday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. See, when you don't know the dates, that's good because you're on a roll. You're persistently consistent doing your thing.
Man, listen, it's just a blessing to be here on the Push Power to Power show.
Woo!
I've been looking at you. Your energy is magnetic. Man, I like that.
Man.
Where did you get this from?
And man, sometimes I even ask that myself. I'm sitting in the chair, like, where do I have this energy? I know it's God, energy. God is energy. So all that pushing power to power is your boy Jesus Ortiz. God is pushing power to every single one of us, man. Every single, it depends on you. How do you choose to use that power, that energy to today? Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but today. And I hope y'all excited. Let's hit the intro because we're gonna make this day happen. Woo! And we're back.
Yes.
And we're back. I hope you like the little intro. Man, I love it. You know, it's amazing when you push power to power and help small business owners out there. It's not always about, hey man, I want to create it myself, but if I don't really know how to do it, man, why not help somebody else that can? Give them the money, pay them, they do it, they send it back to you. You like it or not, they can redo it again.
Why not?
Why not? I mean, we cannot do everything. I mean, if you see me, I'm a podcaster. I didn't even know how to use Zoom, dude.
Oh, you did not?
I didn't know. I started learning this year when everybody, because my meetings one-to-ones now with the people, clients, it's through Zoom. So I don't have to go all the way over there to them. And it's like,
you know what? I think last year, 2020, I think a lot of people was just like, okay, virtual Zoom. You know, Zoom became so popular last year.
It beat Skype because Skype came out first. But Skype is just like,
we're not really using Skype, as much. They were using it, but Zoom came into effect and they just said, let's jump on Zoom. Let's do a Zoom meeting.
They didn't see it because Skype was the one that brought that first, but they didn't see it. And Zoom was like, let's get it, man. And it's like everything else. You see something, an opportunity, and you're like, man, let's jump on it.
Of course.
Because they're going to see it. They're going to run with us. Like, man, and I'm like, what happened to Skype? It's like Blockbuster and Netflix.
I don't. Do people still use Skype?
There's a meeting that I had a couple of like last year at the beginning of 2020, and I did through Skype, dude.
Well, I know they have GoToMe, so they have several different platforms, and it's just that was just the thing last year. People were just trying to figure out how they're going to maneuver business and all that kind of stuff. So it's several platforms out here to help you do what you got to do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But man, thank you for having me on the show, man.
Thank you,
for having
sir.
me on the show.
Thank you, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Tequila Don Anastasio, man. We're going to be pushing that out soon, guys. I mean, I had a meeting. Tequila, man. And they're going to educate you like they educated me yesterday, man, dude. I sit down and we all think tequila, we're going to drink tequila, have fun. No, but when they explain to me and educate you how tequila works and this, and then they mention their grandparents, they're 95 and they drink a tequila shot before they eat. And then again, another tequila shot when they're done, and they explain why. And I was like, I said, man, we got to educate people with this because everybody just, tequila. Yeah. It was good.
Well, it's just about knowing it's just like wine, drinking wine, you have to know different types of wine. So just like with tequila, it's good tequila and it's bad tequila.
And there's,
it's some tequila that have you hungover for the next day. You're like, what was that I drank?
Oh my! What happened yesterday?
Yeah. So indeed. So that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
So you had fun last
night. Oh man, I had fun, man. I created a little video and pushed it out there. They put it on their page too, on their business page.
That's what's up.
So I mean, it was great, man. We were sitting there and talking about, drinking, trying all the different 3 tequilas, the reposado, the añejo, and then the new one that is coming out. So it was just talking business and educating. They were educating me about stuff. So I loved it. And they want to move this. They want to build a community in Houston with the Hispanic and everybody to be like, hey,
expand the brand.
Expand the brand. And they got connections too. I mean, they got connections that they want to move on and talk to Joe Rogan. And I'm been trying to do the same thing. So I'm like, dude, let's work this stuff together, man.
It's all about connecting yourself and being in the right circle, being in the right. It's timing.
It's timing, dude.
Timing is everything.
I told them, dude, like this meant to be. Like everything that I'm doing right now, I don't know how to explain it. It's a realm or something that it pushes that energy. Again, pushing power to power to connect you with somebody that something's gonna happen with it. Like you're gonna roll with it. It's gonna keep on growing, and you're in it with them on that circle.
Well, it's also about manifestation. What you manifest in your mind, and that manifestation has to be a constant thing within you. To let if you're not manifesting what you're wanting to do in this world or in this room of this world, you're never going to get what you want. It's about manifest, and it's all about energy. The energy that you put out is the energy that you're definitely going to get back.
Oh yeah, and you know it.
If you come sober, if you're always looking down, if you're always doubt. There's sitting doubt in your mind about whatever it is you're doing. Maybe that's not what the hell you're supposed to be doing.
Yep. And your mind plays games with everybody. It's true. But man, let's get it with you, Mr. Sanders. Let's the audience. We want to know a little bit about your story, a little bit about you, how you really from Houston, Texas. You came from somebody.
I'm from the north side of Houston, Texas. Born and raised in Houston, Texas. Went to Nimitz High School. I'm over Houston, Southwest, Southeast, downtown. But yes, born and raised in Houston, Texas. Love this city. Love the South.
Houston is so huge, dude.
Houston is so huge. Oh gosh. Well, people come in like, what? How far is it away? You said it was 30 minutes. This is an hour. Because in Houston, you tell somebody 20 minutes. It's really 45 minutes.
It's true.
So I tell people, give me real time. Not this fake time, give me real time.
Real time, yeah. Put it in GPS, man. They'll tell you the real time.
You got the Woodlands, you got Cypress, you got Galveston, you got Sugarland. It's just so many, the Heights. It's just so many different.
Richmond, Texas. Man, you got so many, man.
Yes.
People are not willing to drive. I used to be like that. It's like, I'm not gonna willing to drive all these places. But I'm like,
everything is far in Houston.
Yeah. But when you really want to connect and you want to build, remember the year of the builder, you got to go.
You got to build.
You got to go. You got to go and meet. You got to meet and connect and sit down there. And since you drove that hour, you better throw down. Because you don't want to waste your time. You don't want to waste their time.
Of course.
And that's just amazing.
Indeed.
Woo, just like now. We're not wasting our time. Everybody liking the show. Thank you guys. Keep on sharing it. Hashtag share. Hashtag replay.
Share.
Hashtag live. And any questions, like I said, or anything you want to ask to Mr. Sanders, we're here. He's about to start and talk a little bit about his life through what he's been through and how he got through right now.
So now, bring you up to speed now about what I'm doing. I started a company called Rush to Vote. Rush to Vote is basically an initiative to educate, empower people as far as voting, local voting, knowing your candidates, knowing the people that represent you, knowing the people that you pay taxes here in Texas or wherever. So a lot of people last year was crazy, still crazy. So I started a company in 2016, which was Rush to Vote, which was basically voter registration, basically getting people registered to vote, and not just registered to vote, but also educating them on just how important it is to vote locally. Because everybody thinks of the presidential. Oh, I got to vote for the president. No, it's about the politicians that are your state lawmakers. Yeah, your backyard. So that's why I started Rush to Vote and everything. Plus, it was fun actually engaging with the younger millennials, that 18 to like 35-year-old, demographics. I like that, traveling from college to college, we were everywhere. 2016, I was everywhere. I didn't even know what I was doing. If you had asked me 7 years ago about anything about vote, I'd have been like, voting? What? What is that? Who am I voting for? So I took a passion and wanted to do something in the community, and engage with other people, and because I was not always taught about, knowing, what our democracy looks like. Who are the people that are at the head of our democracy? Who are these lawmakers? Who are these council members and everything? So this has been a journey. So I started Rush to Vote, and it's for the last 4 years. I've traveled probably over 13 cities doing campaigns and petitions on both sides of the aisle. So it's been fun. It's had its bad days. It's had its good days.
That's good.
Yeah.
And it's good to know, when there's somebody that really, it's like I always tell people, yeah, we hate the government, we hate this and that, but not all of them are for the bad. A lot of them really want to help. I really want to help, from even if it's the Democrats or the Republicans. There's some out there that really want to push out things that people really want to get out
for
there.
For the people. Exactly.
But evil has grown out to power and
people are very, some people take office for power. Some people take office for the bit of good to help the community. So sometimes it's a power struggle, but you have to identify who, sometimes we can't, identify what's the power struggle, because sometimes people wear a poker face. Wear a poker face, and they're not really showing you who they really are, right? They're showing you with this poker face, and you're like, so that was one of the things that I started with Rush to Vote, and I'm actually proud. It's one of my babies, along with other things that I'm doing right now. So I'm excited about 2021 and what that holds.
I know.
Very excited about that.
It's that power in us, that we know the outside knows, we know that COVID, we know that stuff is still gonna stay here, but we still gotta live through it. Yes, we gotta protect ourselves, and we're gonna wear the mask and stuff like that. But if you just stay sitting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting,
the thing about it is, I encourage folks, you have to be. COVID really did a number on us last year. We lost over 300. I don't even know the real number. I try not to even keep up with it.
Yeah, me neither.
But you've had so many people that think this is a game.
Yeah, a lot.
I'm like, do you think the numbers are a damn game? So last year was really crazy. And I hope that people this year are really, last year, if you wasn't creative last year, some people had to become creative. A lot of jobs were lost. Unemployment was at its highest ever in history. So whatever that little thing you said you've been wanting to do for the longest, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this business. Well, if you didn't start it last year, I don't know what the hell you were waiting for.
Yeah.
Because last year gave you the opportunity to do so. Whatever you thought your passion was, it gave you the opportunity. Just to sit at home in quarantine, you should have been probably writing things down, research that and everything. So some people made money in 2020.
Yeah.
New millionaires were born.
Yep.
New creators
were born.
So that's what 2020 was all about. It was unveiling whatever that was. It was taking the veil off with all other things that we had saw.
And now that unveil is off. Now we're living in an era that we're gonna know a lot of truthness.
Yeah.
And that's what we need, people. We need to not lie. Why?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. We're living in the world where power is in there, and power that is not right, that it's not supposed to be there. But hey, that's why I said you can't control that. Control what you can control, and you make it happen.
Some things you just can't control. You just have to ask God for I can't even say it. You just have to ask God for just guidance.
Guidance, yeah. And that guidance is gonna take you, man. That knowledge, man. Yeah. But knowledge, like that way I would say knowledge is power. No, knowledge is power when you take action, when you take something and do it. If it's just knowledge is power, it's just a word. But if you don't sacrifice and do things, that becomes knowledge is really power, because I'm taking action.
And I know you said something about you were working with kids, doing the entrepreneur, and I think that is incredible. Brings me back to, I have a passion for kids. I used to have a counseling center. Started counseling since I was 25, which was called Genesis Group Counseling. And as you know, Genesis means the beginning.
The beginning. Yep.
So that was the beginning of my me being an entrepreneur. I had over 275 kids in my program. And this was for at-risk kids that had behavior issues. And I love that business. I did it for 3 years, but I think at that age, at that time, I didn't have a mentor.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you want to do certain things and you need guidance, like we're talking about,
yep.
I didn't have a mentor. I was doing everything very blindly, very blind. And I enjoyed that business for 3 years. I enjoyed seeing the smiles that I saw on those kids' faces when I picked them up. So we picked them up. We fed them. I had games. I had counselors for them and everything, and talked to them about the issues, the behavior issues that may have been having in school. I did that business for 3 years. But one day something said, I'm to let this go. Let's let this. And I'm thinking I'm like 27, 28. I was very overwhelmed. Staff, kids. And I think that it just wasn't my time to continue that business.
There where I do a video, I always say to the people, you know, it's not that you're giving up, it's that it wasn't meant for you at that time, or was never meant for you at all.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You're always gonna have the people that, you know, oh, you gave up. No, I didn't give up. It was just that you said it. No mentor, no guidance. I'm thinking in the right moment for it right now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And it's, especially if you're running everything blind, you're learning, and it's okay to learn things as you go.
As you go.
But sometimes you have to know it's not about giving up. You know, it's about always starting over.
There it goes.
And it's always about not. Some people feel like I failed in that business. I didn't make it. You try it. Try something else. Try again. Keep going. And that's been always my thing. Whenever I felt like I was, disappointed in myself, I didn't do this right, or I didn't keep on myself about this, I never gave up. Still never gave it up. You
gotta push through, man.
Power to power.
Power to power. You gotta push through every adversity, everything that is put in front of you. It's like when I meditate, it was like God just gave me this. He said, man, Jesus, and I've been pushing this out now. It's like to people that I meet, like, man, it's like God has already gave you your dreams and everything to make a reality. He served it in the plate in front of you, like yummy steak. Oh man, I'm hungry already. But talking about this steak, your cauliflower.
I haven't had any doggone breakfast.
No, me neither. So I
haven't had anything yet.
I only had coffee and a toasted bread. That's it. But that's not food. But it was like, it's right there. It's in front of you. How are you gonna get to it?
How are you gonna get to it?
And this is where people are like, oh shit, what is it? It's right there. Yes, I know it's right there. But through the path to get there, there's always gonna be those hurdles.
Ooh.
There's always gonna be those things that COVID is right now. Obstacles. Family member die. You get sick. Your kids get sick. You name it, plus and plus out, and you're like, it's getting away from that steak. Is getting away from you.
Yes.
And you're like, oh man, it's too far. I thought you said God gave it to me. Yeah, you did. But He said it wasn't gonna be easy to get it. And when you realize it that like that way, it's simple.
Exactly.
It's simple. Like how can I can't get it?
Well, it's also about having an alignment.
Yep.
Universe speaks to you in different ways, and sometimes we don't listen to the universe.
Nope.
We don't listen to the universe. The universe puts different things in front of you, and instead of you listening to the universe and looking at the things in front of you and making a decision, you go against the grain. Sometimes it's sometimes that are some of the things that pull you backwards. Because I had to learn it. I bumped my head a couple different times. That's why I was young. I was vibrant. I was energetic, still energetic, but back then. But I also realized timing is everything. Even though I wanted this so bad, it wasn't my timing in that particular moment to even construct and continue to run that business. So instead of not being in a instead of helping those kids continuously, I decided to shut down. I didn't want to be halfway in
and halfway out. Yeah.
If I'm not going to give it everything,
all in, then no.
I might as well not give it anything.
And it's good. What is a funny story that you can tell the audience and something that happened to you, maybe, or two funny stories? Something when you were literally young, like when you were like 8 or 10, and then something when you were like on the 20s, you know, your first girlfriend.
Oh my gosh.
People love this kind of stories, you know, like when you brought them back.
I can tell you something. So let me go back recently. Recently, last year, not this December, but December of 19, I had knee surgery.
Oh man.
I tore my patella tendon. So I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna go back. Tore my patella tendon. Listen, I am afraid of damn dogs. If I'm coming to your house, I'm calling. Hey, listen. Hey, sis, you have dogs? Listen. Can you put? If it's a big dog, I'm gonna want you to put him out. Right?
Yeah.
I'm afraid of dogs. Audience, I'm afraid of dogs.
See,
listen.
I didn't know that.
Oh yes, I am. So I was doing a petition in Dallas. And I had a team out there. We're knocking on doors, and trying to get this petition signed. This little boy came up to me. He said, "Sir, are you going to be knocking on my door?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going to be knocking on your door." So what he did, he went into the house. He left the screen door open. And I'm standing in the driveway. Listen, I'm in a driveway like this. The door is right here. And you see this Rottweiler. Oh, he's big. And the Rottweiler must have saw how scared I was. He saw it in my eyes.
He saw your fear.
He said, "Oh, I have him." He's scared. So you know what happened? I'm backing up. The little boy never came back. The door's open. The dog was right there. So what ends up happening is I run. I try to jump on a damn Astro van. If you know what an Astro van looks like, you're not jumping on a damn Astro van. So I fail. I'm like, "Oh, no." Listen, I'm hollering. "Get this dog, get him." I'm throwing everything. I'm terrified. This is Rottweiler coming behind me. And I'm yelling, I'm hollering like a little girl. Man. Oh, I'm hollering for real. Seriously. And all of a sudden, I end up trying to jump on the front of the car, front of the Astro van. That's not working. All of a sudden, I'm on the ground. The dog is not too far. And the little boy is like, "Bear, stop." Bear.
That was his name? You remember? Bear.
Bear, come on, stop. And I'm like, "Get him. No, get this dog. No." Ah. I'm hollering. And the mother comes up. She comes up. "Bear, get over there." I say, "Oh, and his damn name is Bear? Really?"
Really?
And she says, "Sir, are you okay?" I said, "Ma'am, I don't know if I'm okay. I couldn't even get up off the ground. I was so terrified." Do you know how many people came out of their damn house because they heard me howling? It was the neighbors, the next door neighbor. It's probably about 6 sets of neighbors came out that. All I remember was doing like this. I said, "Dog, Bear," and so I tore my patella tendon. Ooh. I had knee surgery. In January. So in January 29th, I had knee surgery. 2020. Cut me up. Oh, it was brutal. So in February, I was already quarantined. For a whole month, I couldn't do anything. I'm laying on the couch. I was very depressed in February. I was like, all the things I wanted to do, I'm like, I can't do it now. No. I have this knee situation, right? Man. So listen, when COVID came, not that I was happy, but because people had the quarantine, I was like, well, shit, I'm already quarantined. I've been quarantined for a month. So now they get to quarantine with me. So for a whole month of February, I didn't go out. I didn't go outside. I was on the couch. I had a cane. Listen, restroom. I look like an old man. This is me.
Oh man.
I was cane, and then I had stairs. So I'm cane upstairs.
Oh shit.
I'm like, oh yeah, it was a serious situation. Everybody was calling me, "Yeah, we're doing this." So I said, "Listen, don't call me unless you're bringing me something to eat. Unless you're bringing me breakfast or something. Don't call me. I'm on the couch."
I'm on the couch.
I'm trying to get my knee together. So yeah, that was my thing going into 2020.
Yeah, because then March, that's when it started happening with
and then everybody had to quarantine. So I'm like, oh, everybody's at home now. Like I was in February. I didn't feel too bad. So that was my thing going into 2020. That was a thing. Just learning how to walk again and how not to feel the pain. And so we talk about fear. Right? Sometimes it's not good to let the enemy know that you have fear within you. You know, no doubt, no fear.
No doubt, no fear.
But I had doubt because of the dogs. I had fear because I fear dogs. Right? And it ended up being a very tragic situation. But I'm here today.
You're here. Yeah.
Boom.
It's like
I'm pushing powder out, baby.
Get it. It's stories like that it brings it out to you and the people like, man, that happened to you? Damn, I didn't. And then probably people like, what? I don't see that you were afraid of dogs.
Yeah. I mean, no, but and listen, I think fear is something that you're not taught. It's just something that's just within you. You have to get over. One of my biggest things is that has been one of my biggest things is being afraid of dogs. So I think that once we get over our fear about it goes back to doing things that you want to do in this life. Sometimes we feel like if I do this, I'm gonna fail. Failure is always part of the process.
Always.
If you come out the gate and just do everything perfect, you're not of this world.
Yeah.
You're a damn alien.
Hey, they're already here.
You know what I'm saying? And listen, if you're not failing, if you didn't fail, at least a little bit about as far as what you want to do, listen, you're not normal. You're not normal. So failure is part of the process to being successful. It always has.
It always has.
You know, so that was one of my things. And then, man, I'm a people's person. I enjoy people to the fullest. You know, in my 20s, I did comedy plays. You know, I was always doing different characters and stuff like that and everything. And so I told you about the counseling center. So I've had many different facets of my life that I've enjoyed. It has made me the person that I am today, and I enjoyed that. And I've taken all of those talents. I used to sing so when I was 18, I used to sing in a boys group, R&B group. From 17 to about 21, and then I stepped away from that. So God gives us talents. It just depends on what talents you want to use for what particular passion.
Yes.
And you never know what seat that you're going to sit in this life. Everyone says, oh, I'll never do that. No, I don't think I would do that. You never know what you'll really do.
That's true.
You know? You never know what opportunity comes along, and you never know what seat that God is going to have you sit in.
Mm-hmm. And that's power. You never know. And that's power right there. There's a story that I had a mentor. Well, he's still mentor and coach. And he had his own office. I was barely trying to figure out to do the podcast and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he set me down and I told him the whole story and everything, my story, how I became what I'm doing. And he's like, hey, man, you know what? I want to help you. He's like, I'm not even going to charge you or anything. And then he gave me a key. He's like, what the hell? This is the key to the office. I don't do this. He's like, but I'm going to give you the key. Now you got a spot where you can create your videos. Now you got a spot where you see my chair. You sit on my, go sit. And he's like, go sit in my chair. And I sit on the chair there. Someday you're going to be on one of those chairs on your own office, on your own, whatever it is that you're going to be there.
Wow.
Sit on it, feel like it, like you're there, that it's already yours.
Well, he made you feel good about being this particular person that you could be. Right?
Yeah, dude.
Because not everybody. It's about empowerment. He was empowering you.
Yeah.
You didn't even know it.
I didn't even know.
How old were you?
That was like what? Last in 2019. So I'm 35 right now.
Okay. So did you know you were going to be doing a podcast? Did you have any?
Yeah, I knew because when I started the podcast was in 2015, okay. But I didn't know that I was going to take it to the fullest to use my voice, my power of voice for others and help others. You know.
Major. And we could do so much. We could do so much with this. You know, we can either use it for the good or the bad, or we can use it to empower other people to do what they want. It's about bringing that. It's about truly sometimes bringing that. Sometimes it's not even about you.
Mm-mm.
It's about the person sitting across from you. It's about the lady across the street from you that needs you in that moment. So you never know how God is going to use you in that moment, in that time. Not for yourself,
No.
Not for yourself, but for somebody else that needs it more than you in that moment.
And that was amazing. When I sat down there and I had the key and I started going in and doing pre-recorded videos, and he's like, right here, man. So now you don't have to take nobody to Starbucks. When you have a client, bring them in here, sit them down. There's a TV, you got coffee, there's wine, there's the soft music. He taught me the whole way the people like listening to this little soft music. He gets them into that rhythm. And I learned a lot from him, dude. A lot. And then,
it was a good thing that you were open to learning a lot.
Oh yeah,
because some of us think that we know enough or we're educated enough, and it's about listening.
Listening, yeah, that's what I did.
And opening yourself up to listening to people that can give you knowledge.
Yeah,
knowledge is definitely key. If you're not listening and you're always talking and you're not listening to people that can instill this type of knowledge in you, you're missing both.
Trust, because he had the trust. How did he give me the key to me? That trusted me to go in there. To be like, man, this kid just steal everything, leave the key, and I'll never see him again. No, dude, I was blessed. I was happy to go there. I can go anytime. And it was on Bel Air. The office was on Bel Air. So I went in sometimes late at night, opened it, and sit down before I even did anything. I was like, wow. I'm like, thank you, God. Wow, I can be here sitting down, doing some work. This is just freaking amazing. I was like, and then he invited me to his home. He cooked for us, to me and a couple of my friends. We had a little mastermind there. I was like, and listen, at that time, at that moment, I was just listening, pure listening and taking everything in and understanding that I wanted to do something like that. I said, man, he did that for me without no charge, but I want to listen and learn from him.
Of course.
And I said, when I'm sitting on that chair now that I have my own chair, I was like, I want other people to be that way, to sit on that chair in front of me, to not be afraid and have that fear to use that voice, to spread it out.
And that's what it's really all about. And I didn't know, and I'm still learning out. I'm still learning how to use my voice. We're always still learning,
every day.
Like I said, passion, music. I'm a music fanatic. Love jazz. I'm a jazz, hip hop.
Have you seen that movie
country.
Soul?
Which one?
Soul, the cartoon.
No, I haven't.
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's about Soul. It's not on Netflix. It's on Disney.
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
what is it about? What is it? What's that?
You said jazz, man. You gotta watch it. It's about jazz.
I love jazz.
It's a cartoon, dude. But when you watch, I watched it 2 times.
Okay.
You pay attention to that, it hits you a lot of hit points about life and a cartoon. So Disney did this, and I was like, oh, kids are not gonna understand really what's through this. But us as an adults and knowing what's going on, I had to see it 2 times.
And it's called Soul.
Soul, yeah, like your soul.
Okay,
yeah,
okay. Like
it's amazing. I watched it in Spanish my first time, and then I watched it in English the second time.
Wow!
And I was like, wow. And then some countries, they're not even letting people play this movie because it has. When you watch it, you don't understand.
Controversy.
It's not. It's about God, and when you die, because he dies and it goes through, and it goes to different levels. Yes, that you're like, okay, hold on a second.
Okay.
So in other religions, they're like, oh, that's not true.
Got you.
But when you see it and then you have that mind, you're like, man, you never know. We're not saying that God doesn't exist. I always tell people, God is a word. People don't realize that people fight for that word. Oh, I don't believe why? What God?
He's within. Well, at the end of the day, it's all. So God is within you. Everybody, it's
your conscience, man.
It's in you. It's this. It's the soul. It's the soul. It's that heartbeat. So going back to what we're talking about, using your voice, I have not always known how to use my voice, because when you're a person that have different talents, it's frustrating.
I know.
It's frustrating. Everybody like, oh, I wish I can sing. Oh, I wish I can act. Oh, well, those things are great, but sometimes you don't know which avenue, which road to go down. And sometimes going to bed at night with that can be very stressful. You're laying down, you can't sleep. Your mind is always
It's working.
It's always working.
It's like you stop working, but your mind is still working. Yeah. You're like, stop. I need some rest, man.
And that's why sometimes people and it's nothing wrong with doing different things in life. That's like I said, that's what maybe the person I am today. I've had to go through different things to uncover different chapters in my life to realize who I was in this phase, and this phase. And sometimes we don't get to do that. Everybody, sometimes your parents, sometimes we come from a foundation where they don't push you to do those certain things. And then you see sometimes where you see the parents are always pushing that child to play football. You do this or whatever. And I think sometimes parents put a lot of stress on the kids. And if you don't have a good foundation to even navigate you down the journey, that can be very detrimental to just, you making choices and everything, because it comes with a lot of stress. I've known a lot of friends of mine that their parents wanted to be this, but they didn't want to do that, but they felt like they should, or whatever the case is. In this world, it's about knowing who you are, what you are, and who you want to be to these people, to this audience.
So everything listen to that.
Everything else does not even matter. Who someone else wants you to be does not even matter. It's about who you wake up to every day. Because you wake up alone. Well, whether you're in bed with someone, but you wake up, you go to bed with this conscience. So it could never be about what someone else wants you to be. It's about who you need to be for yourself.
And you're right.
And a lot of us struggle with that tremendously. We struggle with that because we have these peers that and not everybody's going to support your dream. Not everybody. Some people are going to be like, "You want to do that? Really? You want to do that? You think you can do that?" And that's when you have to separate who's. And here's another thing: you can't tell everybody what you want to do. Because sometimes people pray over you, not in the way that you think, but they pray against your demise as far as failure and everything. So you can't tell everybody your goals. Can't tell everybody your goals, what you want to do, how you want to do. You can't tell everybody that.
You're wrong, man. You just run with it.
You're wrong with it. When you build it, if you build it, they will come. But if you're always steady dropping seeds to everybody about what you're going to do and this and everything, you're telling the whole game plan. What gives them gives them opportunity to steal from you, to either doubt what you're doing, or to discourage you. I can't do that.
I did it, man. 3 years and shit didn't work. So what is it gonna make it work if it didn't work for me? And I have better connections than yours. Yeah. Now they're already putting you down. You're like, damn, he's right. Let me sit down and think about it. Yeah. And then the next day you're like, you know what? I'm just not gonna do it. It was a point of time that it was like that my mom was playing too much with me, and I was like, you know what? Forget about all these dreams and this. I'm just gonna work for what I'm doing and try to not know about what's out there.
Of course.
Because your mind just already got you. Boom. And you have to be the one controlling your mind.
Sometimes you just have to show people. Like I said, if you build it, they'll come. If they're supposed to come. Not everybody's going to come. And not everybody's going to believe in you and your dream. And some just talking to some of you out there, not everybody's going to believe in your dream. I don't care if they're your cousin, mother, your father. Not everybody's going to believe in your dream. You have to believe in your dream. You have to believe in your passion. And sometimes people have to see that you believe in your own passion before they can believe in what you think that they should believe in.
That's fire right there.
I'm just dropping nuggets.
Yeah.
So going back to myself, being a person that's very talented, from singing to acting, to entrepreneur, and creating all these different businesses, and then into fashion. In 2009, I created a feel-good brand, which is called Eternal Rush.
So
Eternal Rush. So I got the word. So eternal means. So I have a Ankh tattooed on my arm, and so the Ankh means eternal life. And so I wanted to, I'm into fashion. I'm into, dressing nice and doing this and everything. And I created a brand called Eternal Rush. And Eternal Rush means ageless, timeless, limitless. So Eternal Rush can be that feeling that you get if you haven't seen your best friend in 15 years. That embrace, that feeling that you get, like that you don't want to let that go. So I wanted to create a feel good brand for people, not just some trendy brand, but something that would connect people to people. And that's why I came up with Eternal Rush, which I'm actually working on an exclusive line right now for my brand, Eternal Rush.
Yeah. See that 2009, now you're bringing it up back in 2021. And I like that. When playing that like that, it's like.
And sometimes it's timing. Sometimes timing is everything. So sometimes whatever you thought that your passion was within that moment, maybe it really wasn't your passion in that moment. Maybe it was something else that you're supposed to be doing that will lead you back to 360.
I can do it now.
360.
Yeah, I can do it now.
Sometimes, and then it gets like I said, listening to the universe, seeing different signs, having confirmation, sitting around, getting around different people that give you that particular energy, because you have to be around people that give you a certain type of energy. If you're around people that their energy is dull, dumbed down, they no life, how can you expect?
True. Man.
I'm just saying.
Man.
Where's my tea? Tea, please.
I love it. And see, I'm listening. See, you guys, that's why when I have other clients and they sit on the chair, dude, they're like, you listen. You actually listen and you bring that energy that when I've been in other radio stations stuff, it's not the same. You actually get into it down. And there's one client, there was a lady, and I got her emotional. I think she a little bit cried. She said, I never done that No Rouse and No More podcast, but you brought it up to me.
Yeah.
And to me, I feel good when I have those testimonials, and at the end when we're done and they're telling me this, I'm like, man, I'm just thankful that you were sitting there and you were using your voice, because that was something that you might have been afraid. Yeah, you got your social media and everything, but you got to be out there and using that voice.
Got to be using that voice. Like I'm not afraid to talk to people. God has always put me in places to connect with people. I was doing this probably was about 3 or 4 months ago. I was coming out of a gas station, pumping some gas in my car, and this guy was like, sir, can I, got $1, whatever the case is. And I went back in the store, got change, gave him a couple of dollars. And I said, he was young, had to be like 20, early 20s.
Ooh.
And I said, dude, what's up? Why are you out here? Well, I was staying at home with my parents, and they wanted me to do this and this. And I said, well, I said, you were being a rebel. You were being rebellious. Come on, tell me. So he broke down and told me his whole story. He was selling drugs. He was on drugs. He was going through a lot. And his parents kicked him out. He had a whole testimony. I said, listen, how long do you want to stay out here? How long do you want to stay out here doing this? And he was like, well, before that, he said, well, sir, nice car. He told me nice. I said, listen, it's just an item. Mm-hmm. This item does not make me. This is just an item. I said, I've caught the bus before. Mm-hmm. Some people will never tell you the backstory, because the things that you have now, they'll never tell you the backstory of what you had to do to get to this. Mm-hmm. I caught many buses.
Yeah, me too, man. I went to school right in the Metro bus when it was 25 cents.
Well, damn. Wait a minute, 25 cents.
A quarter.
Well, you talking about some years ago. Sure.
Yeah, that's when I was here. When I was younger, when I was middle school. I think it was middle school.
So my advice to him was, how long do you want to stay here doing this? I said, you're really young. What do you want to do? And he said, we had that talk. He said, sir, thank you for talking to me. I said, no, thank you, for listening. I said, because we all go through trials and tribulations. in testimonies. It's just, what do you want for your life? Do you want to continue to do this? And I said, listen, I gave my number. I said, if you ever want to talk, we can talk. And he was like, thank you. He broke down. I said, sometimes as men, we feel like we can't cry because it's the macho thing.
It's the macho thing.
But
I cried yesterday in that video. If you saw that,
I didn't see you cry. You cried?
Oh yeah, I said it. I was in there almost at the end. I said, man, I took out my glasses. Look, y'all watching me, man. I got emotional. I cried. I went in it deeply.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And I was like, I'm crying. There's nothing wrong with it. And I still kept on going, throwing nuggets left and right. I had other people that like, we love the mission, your vision. It's like, that's what it is, man. You got to keep on pushing through.
Yeah.
I'm here making a meeting here with the tequila stuff. It's like, hey, man, you got to keep on pushing through. You got to keep on going through.
Well, that's another thing. Most men feel like if I cry in front of these people, I become very vulnerable. People see me as, well, let me take that back. People see me as weak. Sometimes your soul needs to cry.
Yeah.
So, and that's what lets other people know that you're real. All this tough guy stuff, really.
But that was nice, that how you talk to a kid and give him something.
Because someone did that for me.
Yeah, the same.
I wasn't him as far as asking for money, but I've been down. I've been down a lot in my life. I've had some great times. I've had some low times. But it's keeping everybody say I'm real. Really? How real are you? Are you going to tell the people that you did this, that you had to catch the bus, that you did this, that you stayed in this apartment, that you did this? Some people, they only want you to see the glitz and the glory.
That's it.
I have the house, the car, the money, the jewels.
That's it.
They don't want you to know about the past life.
Their story.
They don't want you to know about that. That's not keeping it real. So I was able to give him a part of me in that moment and connect with him. And God has put me in different situations like that with people. And I'm like, oh, why was I just talking to you? Why did you do that? But sometimes people say, I don't question God, but sometimes it's okay to question. That way you'll get an answer.
Yep.
Well, you get an answer. And you might not get the answer right then and there. You might get the answer just sitting one day having lunch, blah, 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 with your friends. And they'd be like, what's wrong? And all of a sudden, God gave you the answer that you needed for 6 months ago.
Yeah. That's why you're like, oh, shit, that's right.
And everybody's looking at you like, oh, he's crazy. She's crazy. No. I'm getting confirmation on something that I asked a question for months ago. And now it's just popped into my mind. And I got the answer.
Those are cool moments, dude. I like those. So I'm driving on the car, listening to a podcast. Then in the red light, I stopped the podcast. I was like, oh, there's the answer. It can't go through anywhere. It can be through a podcast because somebody said it and give you the answer. It can be anything. You're talking to like me and you, and you somehow like, oh, you got it, man. That answer. I was looking for that answer 3 months ago. And because God said, hey, you know what? Let me throw it in there. While this is the time for me to. He should know this answer.
It's timing. So again, it's timing. It's listening to the universe. It's using your gifts. Sometimes your gifts are not used for yourself. Sometimes your gifts are used for other people. Mm-hmm. And you don't even know it. You don't even know that you're utilizing your gifts. I like to laugh. I like to make people laugh. I did the comedy. I did comedy plays. That I felt like that was a big thing because I like to see a smile on people's face. That's been a big part of me. I feel like even if I can't give you $5 today, can I give you a smile? Can I make you feel good? I can't offer you anything monetary on a monetary basis, but I can offer you a piece of me within that time frame. And I think sometimes people even just that little piece, you might be doing a hell of a lot for somebody within that day. You may have changed that person's whole day around, and you had no idea.
That's true.
Because you were able to give up a piece of yourself to that person. It was not about the dollar. It was not about you doing this or buying this expensive gift. It was sometimes people they just want you to listen.
Inspire them, man. Inspire somebody out there. Throw a little bit nuggets, and it made their day. There's people that made my day when I feel down, and they say like, hey, and they ask you, hey, man, that's not you. You always have this energy. What's going on? Oh, man. And I throw it down. It's like this. Or let me tell you a little story. And then they tell you a little story about what happened to them. You're like, okay, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then that's when they tell you, man, there's always gonna be those downs. There's always gonna be those ups, but you keep being you, man.
It's also about keep being open. My biggest thing is respecting people for who they are, where they are in life, and I'm really big on that, and keeping myself open to things, not having a narrow mind. I think some of us get so closed-minded about certain things. We don't allow ourselves to get outside of ourselves. We stay in a box.
On the box, yeah. Jack in the Box, number 2. I had a laugh, man.
Listen, quit talking about this dog and food now. We're gonna be doing some Uber damn eats.
Hey, Jack, man, come on, man. Send us some burgers, dude.
Yes. So this year is gonna be a phenomenal year, 2021. I'm still working on my platform, which is Rush to Vote, getting more people engaged in that and educated. And I'm also doing my own show, which is On the Scene with Russ Sanders. On the Scene with Russ Sanders is basically a show where I talk to different business artists and just people of all types, and just the common people, just getting their perspective on just social issues in this life and just different things and everything, and just traveling to different places and captivating the moment with people and giving them a platform, giving them a voice, giving them a voice. So you'll see a lot of that this year, and I'm going to be having some fun, talking some stuff, and empowering other people.
Empowering, yep.
At the same time,
creating more leaders out there.
Creating more leaders, uplifting other people as I uplift myself. Yep. Uplifting someone else.
And somebody out there is uplifting you, and it's a circle.
Yeah, it's a circle.
Lion King.
It's a circle, and it's just knowing what street, what avenue you want to go down. We can go so many places with this, but I think that God has given me a voice, and this year I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get lit. So I'm gonna be doing a few different events this year, which are gonna be very social media events that we talked about and everything, and just connecting with the people and just giving people a platform to use their gifts and their voices. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, kind of educate, like you said, educate them, how to that fear, the accomplishments and stuff. Everybody, we through the fears. We still got those fears, but I tell people when they tell me like, hey man, I never see you stressed or you have that fear. And it's like, dude, because I control that shit now. I know how to control it now. Even the stress is always there, but I know how to control it. Yes, it gets to me sometimes, and those are the times when you're like, and something really happens. Like I said, the plate is over there, but some shit happens that, like I said, somebody died from your family, and then that pushes you through. That's when that fear and that stress pushes you more, and you're like, man, hold on a second, and it's gonna happen. Trust me, yes. It's gonna be at that moment that you're like, fuck, I can't do this, man. I'm just gonna quit and go back to work. And those are the moments when you're like, I didn't come this far. No, I mean, fear, stress. What you talking about, man?
Everybody goes into these. When the first you need to do this resolution thing. This is the thing. Sometimes you get tied up in those things. It doesn't work out, right?
No.
So and then a vision board is good, but I also like to have what am I thankful for going into this year? So I have a thankful board and a vision board. What am I thankful for that I've got now that's going to make me get closer to whatever I'm trying to get closer to? So I tell people, you write a resolution, New Year's resolution. Don't do that. I'm going to lose 60 pounds
by March.
No, you're not. You're still going to be eating damn cakes and honey.
You're going to gain 60 pounds.
Everybody's like, I put on 15 pounds because of quarantine. Oh, well. Did you go walk the next damn day?
No, I was home.
Right, exactly. So this year is just about taking whatever you want to do to the next level.
Yeah, no excuses.
Or building it.
Building it. Yeah, remember. No excuses, man.
No. So this is what I wrote down on a piece of paper to myself. No limit.
No limit.
No doubt. No limit. No fear. No ceiling.
No ceilings. It's just you walking on that line that it's blah, 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 blah. But God is there with you all the step of the way.
Exactly. And me just listening more to other people because I've always listened to the elders that have always gave me the game and wisdom. And that has, I've went through some times in life, I shouldn't even be here. I've went through some times in life that I didn't think that I would be here, whether it's because of being around the wrong crowd at this particular moment, or just mentally not being there and wanting to check out. Because I think a lot of us, we need to check in with other people. People check in. Let me just say this. Check in with other people. Even if some little things are worth letting go. The little things that you said that in friendship, right? Because sometimes we have these friends that we don't check on for years or months or whatever. So sometimes check on people. Checking in. Mental health is a real thing. It's a real thing.
It's true.
You have to look at how many minds were affected last year in reference to what we went through. So mental health is a real thing. It's something that we don't talk about a lot. We stray away from because, especially in the Black and brown community, we don't think that we should go to a counselor or whatever. Even me, I was but I have. But sometimes it's good to just go and sit down and check in with someone.
Yep.
Where are you at? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? That is the real thing. Where are you now?
Where are you now?
And where are you trying to go? I'm just saying.
Man. Very, very powerful words, guys.
Yeah. I'm just saying. So check in with people. And like in COVID, my thing is this is a day-to-day process. And whatever beef problems you had with anybody before, make sure you can hash that out. I know I'm going off the topic. We've talked about so many things.
Oh, yeah.
I would be the guy. I don't want to be the guy that passed away and then people coming to my funeral crying. I ain't talked to you in 4 years. I want to be able to wake up and be like, hey, you know damn well I ain't seen you in 2 years. You up here with this damn crying shit?
You got that like, whoa, what the? I thought you were there. Nah, man, I wasn't there. I wanted to make sure who was coming.
He's gone. I can't believe I ain't seen this. Oh, listen, get your ass over there. Listen, let them come up here and cry. You go back over there and sit down and everything. Let them come cry. You know I ain't seen you in 2 years. I ain't seen you. You up here crying? Why you crying? I missed you.
No, you didn't. You should have told me I missed you.
Why you texting?
When I was living and breathing.
Exactly. Give people their flowers now.
Yeah, there he goes. Give people the flowers now.
I love you. Even if you don't love me.
No, yeah. And that's what I would say,
Hey, listen. Give me my flowers right now.
Right now.
Today. In the next hour.
He's going to eat the flowers. Hey, there's flowers that people actually eat, dude. I don't know, dude. It's crazy. Man, we live in a world where
man, listen, we live in a crazy world, man.
That anything can happen.
I mean, look at the stuff that we had to see on at the Capitol. What?
Oh yeah, dude.
Listen, white supremacy at its best, entitlement. I'm like, this country. Ooh,
it's sick. The country's sick right now.
It's on the edges in different places.
And it's an injection. The whole damn world needs that injection.
I mean, just looking at what we had to endure on that television last week, I was just like,
when that was happening, that's when I was having that meeting with the lady for the youth.
These damn white folks, they ain't going crazy. Look at them. Really? That's just that right there. Going back to the voting, I know we're jumping things.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, my vote don't count. Yes, it does. If you didn't look, you saw that last week. They're mad because that particular person didn't win, you know, and I don't want to get into the heart and soul of that, but you see, just looking at that, that was so disgusting in so many ways. And that's why going into this year, man, listen, get around people that want to love on you, that want to create energy, give you good energy. It's all about good energy.
Good energy, yeah.
You know,
and pass it down.
If you stay locked into that, you get depressed.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff you have to decompress from. If you don't, it would stress you out. It would have your mind rolling in so many damn ways. You'd be like, what? So you have to, my thing is getting around people that can uplift that energy for you.
Mm-hmm.
Push power to power.
Push power to power, guys. You got to push power to power, man. Not only because the name of my show is Push Power to Power, but you got to, man. No matter who you are with, just like you said, just give them a little bit of inspiration.
I love seeing other people. I love seeing other people win.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see people win.
I want to see everybody succeed, dude. Not only me, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. Whatever you're doing, if you're working for somebody, I want to see you succeed. Take over the damn thing. You'll be the next CEO.
Tell me, get up. I got this.
Man, get out, man. You're 80 years old. Come on, man.
People, it's about if you don't want to see people win, I mean, maybe you just don't have a right mindset. I want to see people win and see people happy
and in any of the ways, man.
It's all about seeing people win.
I when, like you were saying, I talk to other people and they're happy. They're like, man, I make $80,000 a year, but I'm happy, dude. I'm like, yeah, that's what I like to hear. It's not about, get out, go make your business. You're going to make more money. No. That's what I used to think before. Like, no, everybody used to. No. When you really, like you said, we sit down and listen, they tell you, dude, I'm happy. I get my vacations. Dude, weekends off. I'm family driven. We go here and there. Man, we enjoy our time. We got our own name on the shirts, stuff that, for birthdays. And when you start listening to that, I'm like, I smile. I'm like, damn, dude, can I give you a hug? The simplest thing. And then there's other people that, like us, and like, we God gave us this talent that somehow we ourselves will probably don't even know why, but we have to push through and make this thing happen. Like it's on you. Like I had to make a bigger impact and a bigger difference. Don't know how to explain it, but I gotta do it. It's like God is like, this is what I meant you to do, not him. He meant to be that 190,000 a year or whatever it is. He's happy, but not you, man. You went through a different story, and that story it made who you are, and you pushed that through. Again, we go again and reference the plate. Go get the steak.
Go get the steak.
That big ribeye, $250.
You might not even need any sauce.
I mean, no need no sauce, and it's okay. If you reach for the cauliflower and you ate one cauliflower, hey, you one step into that plate, and everybody can feed on that plate. Everybody. I like that analogy, dude. When God gave that shit to me, and I was like, I even visualized it, dude, like a big ass plate, and everybody can get into it. But you got to go through all this stuff around it. But you got to surround yourself with people that you can connect, push power to power with each other. Projects here, projects there. Everybody's winning. I didn't put anything, but I put my mindset, my podcast and everything. They put the capital, marketing, social media. Boom, everybody's winning. Everybody got paid. Everybody hit. Next. Oh, and now we're giving back. Boom, it's my foundation for the Kidpreneur vision. Boom, it's for the cancer. Boom, now we're giving back. We're putting it back. And then we put it back to invest it so we can make more money and help more of our family and ourselves. And we keep on rolling. And you're living your life, simple life.
That's what it's all about. Everything else becomes extra.
Everything extra.
The moment you can take yourself out of self.
Oh, yeah.
And do things for you'll get.
Everything else, like I said, is toys. Yeah. It's an item. Yeah, you might see me next time with damn Ferrari. It's just an item. I work so hard for it. I want it. I'm not even going to be like, like all those people, I have a Ferrari. Oh, man, I have a bigger house than this. Hell no. I'm like, you want to drive it? Here you go, man. Because I'm happy. I'm like, this is just a toy.
I've always prided myself not being the trendy person. I mean, even when other people were with this trend, I've always prided myself just being in my own lane and and being my own person.
On you.
And I love that about myself. You know, sometimes sometimes I always have the confidence. And because sometimes you look at other people and you say, well, they got this, they got that. Sometimes you got everything that you need.
That's it. You got a roof. You got a bed. You got food to eat, man. There's people that want that. You might say that you broke. Oh, man, I'm broke. No, you're not, man. You got somewhere to eat. Even if you're living with your parents, you got somewhere to stay.
Yes.
Other people are eating out of the freaking trash can, eating water that has so many bad things that they die in acts automatically in other countries. And I'm like, every time I eat now, I never done this, but now I do it. I thank the food. I thank you, God, for what I'm eating. I never did that. But I started learning from other people that have been to the other places, and they're like, hold on. And then they start praying. I was like, holy shit, I already pray, but I never pray for the food. Now I do. I was like, thank you, God, for this meal.
That is the nourishment. That is something that you put in your body that can affect you so many different ways and everything. So, I mean, hey, we gotta watch it what we eat.
Yeah.
And I like to eat. Trust me.
Oh, yeah. That's what I tell people. It's not the diet. It's how you put it in your mindset. Oh, I'm going to lose. Like you said, no resolutions. Okay, I got to put your time. Okay, I'm 200 pounds right now. If I eat this and that, I like to eat my tacos. I'm still going to eat my tacos and all of this. But how can I put less on my plate? How can I, if I eat 3 or 4 times, how can I eat less and add more vegetables and add more fruits? Oh, I'm hungry again. Or eat some fruits, or eat something that, is not gonna, because you really want to lose the 10 pounds. Like, seriously, you got to make it. Like, I when I was 300 pounds and I lost to 160,
you was 300 pounds?
Yeah, dude. And I lost all of it to 160. But
how many pounds did you lose?
I don't know how much is that, 300 to 160.
Oh, wait a minute. You're 160 now?
No. That was back in the day. Right now, I'm 230. Okay, but I want to go back to like 170. But that was when I was in high school. I was 300 pounds.
Wow, he's big.
And I was a big boy, and my health wasn't good.
How did you do it?
I was like, and then I decided, you know what? I hated running. So I said, you know what? I'm going to join the cross country team. And those boys run 6-7 miles. Something that I hated it. Sometimes some things that you hate and you join them, it makes you evolve. It can be in business.
You lose weight from the cross country?
Oh, yeah, dude. And I started eating different. Like, at that time, I actually put myself on a salad diet. Like, I ate salad, my chicken, my meat, and water.
Wow.
And that was for a whole damn year that I lost all that pound. Like, I set up so hard. Saturday and Sunday, I was out there in the cross country thing, because I went to Arkansas for school. So Saturday and Sunday, I was out there running, dude. And then hitting the gym.
So was this high school?
This was high school. This was high school. Yeah, I went to high school out of town. And I put in the work. And I remember when I went back home and then my mom saw me and I was like, whoa! Even myself, dude, I grabbed the knob.
You lost the person.
I grabbed the knob of the door and I was like, whoa. I said, whoa. I was like, damn, I did it. So how can I not do it again?
How'd you keep the weight off?
I kept on running because I was in the team.
That's good. So
I kept on running and still going on Saturday and Sunday. Like, it was a routine. I learned that routine. And after that, I would be eating. Like, now it was not only salad. I would eat my tacos. But it was like not a lot since I got used to the salad and stuff. I would make 2 tacos and stuff. I'm like, I'm good. I'm full. But it's what I say. It can run in every ways. Fitness.
Oh, yeah.
Religion, whatever. You find that your way, not nobody's way, your way.
Of course.
And run with that. Yeah, sometimes you really want to pick it up and stuff. There's fitness trainers and all of that. That's good. If you want somebody to boom, 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 and you want to do it, damn, man, do it. Do it.
Consistency.
Consistency is the key, man.
It's really the key to everything. I mean, man, listen, today is Thursday.
Yeah.
You starting off my weekend right. This is good. This is positive.
Yes.
I got a great, the rest of my day is great. So listen, I was up this morning trying to get ready and everything. So I was energetic about coming in. I thank you for having me on the show, man, and everything. And listen, I think the energy that you give off to people, keep putting that out there.
Thank you.
Pushing and plugging it out there because people need, right now, people are in need of different things. When they, sitting in front of this camera sometimes is not easy. It's not easy. I mean, because you got a whole world out here.
Yeah.
They're looking at you, and your voice either can make or break. So sometimes that one little thing that you say to a person can change that whole day around.
Yep. Just today, by just talking a lot from, it was a lot learning, a lot of, like I said, I listened. So everything you said, I took it to my consideration. I was like, how can it help me? And how can I help others with it?
Yes, sir.
How can I tweak it and help others? How can I inspire others? Every time I have somebody in that chair, I listen really well. I'm like, all right, this is good. I learned something new. Either it was a taco lady, the lady that does the nails, whatever it is, man.
No doubt.
You learn something new.
All the time.
And now bringing in the Spanish podcast, man, I'm going to learn a lot.
That's the deal.
Oh, yeah, man.
So you're going to be doing the Spanish?
Yeah, I already did my first Spanish podcast on January 8th, last Friday.
That was dope. I saw that.
So that now I'm going to do both English and Spanish.
That's good.
Because the community in Hispanic, they were
asking.
They need it. They were like, we need that. We need that voice. And I was like, we need that voice, brother. They need to come and sit here and use their voice and be looking at the camera, even if it's for 15 minutes. And they're like, oh, man, this is good. I thought I couldn't do this. In Spanish, I'm like, man, can we do it again? For sure. Yeah. This is your spot. Let's do it. That's why I'm here. Use that, pushing that energy to each other.
Keep on pushing.
Yeah, you might, next time
pushing.
Have somebody that's taco. We're going to be eating some tacos.
Yeah, no doubt. Man, why you didn't bring no dog on
top? Hey, with that tequila.
Where is it? I know it's too early for some tequila.
No, I know. That's why yesterday when we were talking, I was like, man, when I have those tequilas, I'm not doing it in the morning, man. Yeah, I'm gonna show them.
Oh, I know.
But I'm gonna sample them. That's just good. Like all of those, I'm gonna be sampling to everybody that comes in the podcast. It's like, hey, with the shot glass, you're sampling the three of them. Which one do you like? What do you think? All of that stuff.
That's good.
And send it to them.
That's good. That's the deal.
That's the deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then next Friday,
but not 10:30 in the morning though.
No, it'd be a Friday, and we're going live. And if it's 10, I'm like, man, this is good, man. Man, because that's what happened last time. I did with a whiskey guy, and it was a 10. Like we did the podcast at 10. Yeah, exactly at 10. And he brought his whole thing, his thing, and then he's like, hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. And I was like, man.
And what time was this in the morning?
It was 10 a.m. It was 10 a.m., dude. And
so y'all were tipsy before 12.
He's like, so you can take another one. He's like, here you go.
Tipsy before 12.
I'm like, but the whiskey's good, dude. If y'all get a chance to go get it, go to not Specs, but Total Wine.
What's the name?
It's called Big Stick Spirits. It's bourbon whiskey.
I'm a bourbon Scotch person in whiskey.
That right there, man. When I tried that, and you try to go back to Jim Beam, and it's like, no, man. This because the stick on that bourbon, it makes the difference. It makes a difference.
Oh yes.
And then you just try it, and you feel all the senses. And I was like, I didn't feel this with Jim Beam on this. I was like, oh. And he said that the most sells is women. Women buys that bourbon whiskey, then men. Really? The top of the game. Okay. The women are buying.
I'm about to go check that out.
Yeah, so you can try it out. And I bought it, and I took it to my mom, and like, try it, Mom. I had them in the podcast. She's like, yeah, I saw you. And it's like, she tried that. Whoa. And then she put it on ice just by itself. It's just like, shit. Oh, man, you got to bring that. Forget about all the other ones you were bringing.
Maybe you're going to buy a couple bottles this afternoon.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you.
Thursday? Oh, this is the start of the weekend,
It's start of the weekend, yeah. Yeah, I'm like, man. And then the tequila, you can find that anywhere. The Anastasia, you can find it in Specs, Fiesta.
That's a done deal. It looks like it's going to be a turn-up kind of weekend. But a safe, listen. A safe
turn-up weekend.
I'm not going to be around
we understood
people.
We understood how to, drink and stuff like that. Like I said, when I buy a bottle, I take it home, and mom and dad, since I'm living with them, it's like, hey, pop in like today or Friday. And it's like, all right, the day was good today, and I accomplished something. I conquered today,
Done deal.
You got it. Every time you get home, even if it's that or a glass of milk, it don't really matter what it is, man. You're like, man, today I accomplished. What 15 hours today, man, I did a lot today. Sometimes you might be in the office or wherever you work, like 5 hours, but you accomplish a lot in 5 hours. So whatever it is, and there's some days that you don't even accomplish shit. I know. I even tell myself, like, damn, I was 15 hours in the damn office and nothing went through right. I was like, hey, shit, it's okay. I went there and kicked some butt.
God gives you the opportunity to wake up the next day.
That's it.
Do it all over again.
Do it all over again. And
so I wanted to tell the people where they can also find.
Oh yeah.
Guys, if you're on Facebook, you can go to Rush to Vote on Facebook. Make sure you go and like. We also have an Instagram. Our Instagram is Rush to Vote. And then I have the YouTube, which is On the Scene with Rush to Vote, which will also, it's also going to probably change to On the Scene with Rush Sanders, actually.
Good.
So we're gonna be doing a lot of events this year.
That's good.
And just helping people, the community, and we'll be doing some crazy stuff, good stuff, and everything. So definitely look out for that and everything.
Oh yeah.
And my channel is actually Rush on the Scene.
Oh, Rush on the Scene.
Rush on the Scene. So make sure you guys go and subscribe to the channel.
Oh yeah, and when we're done, just go to your phone and put it all there so people will see it. Just share it there, and then I'm still gonna share it. So
done deal. Man, thank you for having me today.
Oh no, man.
Thank you. This is only the first.
Oh no, this is just the beginning, guys. Yeah, this is just the beginning, man. This is just the beginning, man. I just using our voice, putting this power out to you guys, and like I said, some days like today we talked about him, and he actually he educated me a lot. I know he educated a lot to you guys. We banged it in an hour and 15 minutes. And nothing but pure value, man. Sometimes it's that. Sometimes you want to just give out pure value. Sometimes you just want to get in and throw it down. You feel something that you gotta just do it.
Yes,
just do it.
So make sure y'all are Listen, make sure that you're helping somebody else this year. You're uplifting somebody else, and you're making sure you're pushing power
to power.
To power.
Pushing power to power, guys. Man, we love you, and I'll see you around. Again, with a different, you never know who's gonna be here the next person, man. You will never know. And if it's not here live, when we're doing it virtually because they're in Cali or wherever it is, but hey, just like 2 days ago, I had half of the Quack brothers, man, and the real estate. He's in Chicago, and he's multi-millionaire, guys, at the age of 26. If he did it, man, come on, man.
Hey,
come on,
can do it too.
26, come on.
You can do it too.
And he's humble, dude. And anything, he's gonna come back to the podcast again with his brother. We're gonna create an educate. I'm already working on my mind. How can I bring in all those people that are real estate investing, sit them down, MTV, and hey, you got any questions for the boys? There you go. They can tell you. Because so there it is. I mean, there's a lot of people that I know. No, 26. He knows the ins and outs in real estate. Come on, man. And he has connections to more people that know that. Do you want to learn from people that are already making it happen? Come on, man. I can't do that. That's the power that I want to use. Bring that connection. I'll put them on the TV for you guys.
That's it.
And you come and sit here.
Connecting people.
Connect to other people. And then that's when the deals start. Oh, man, Jesus, thank you. Man, we're breaking a deal. You want to be in? Or just because you brought it in there, here's your check. Thank you very much. And I'm going to keep on doing that. It's implementing seats everywhere, man.
That's it. Guys, so make sure you guys keep following this guy and keep uplifting him. Listen, share this video, share this guy, uplift, push power. And,
thank you, guys. God bless. 2021. My boy Sander, you will see him again. Trust me. And it's time for us to go sleep. Nah, I got you there now. It's time for us to keep on going out there, hustling and grinding because I got a meeting at 1. So let me take a little break after this, but God bless you guys. Any questions, any comments, you know where to find them. He's going to share his stuff right now when we're done on here, and we're good to go. Love you. The Push Power Show with your host, Jesus Ortiz, and the kid, Mr. Rush Sanders. We are out. Peace out.